split brain patients. What are they and who is what? Oh, I'm so confused. Well, before we address those concerns, let's first talk about the two hemispheres of your brain. In your brain, you have a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere. So the left hemisphere processes reading, writing, speaking, comprehension, and positive emotion, while the right side of your brain is in charge of facial recognition, spatial interpretation, music, creativity, and negative emotion. Now, the most interesting part about the hemispheres of our brain is that the left hemisphere controls the right side of the body, while the right hemisphere controls the left side of the body. What? I know, it's crazy. But now that we've talked about the two hemispheres, let's move on to what split brain is. Split brain is when you've taken the brain and you've split it in half by cutting this corpus callosum, which is a very thick band of fibers that connects the two hemispheres and allows for neural impulses to be transmitted from right to left and left to right and back and forth. So, if this is such an important communication tool, why would you cut it in the first place? Well, split brain surgery was developed to stop epileptic seizures from occurring in patients. And so that's why it's used, and it's still used today even. Now, what we're all wondering, what are the effects of splitting a brain? Well, if you were a split brain patient and I were to sit you down and to project images into your visual fields. So if I were to project the word pencil into your right visual field, and only your right visual field, it'd go from your right eye to the left hemisphere. And the left hemisphere would say, oh, you see the word pencil. So that if I were to ask you what you see, because the left hemisphere controls speaking, you would say, I see the word pencil. Now flip it. So I project the word pencil into the left visual field. So it goes from the left eye to the right hemisphere. And the right hemisphere goes, oh, you see the word pencil, and that's speaking. So that's left hemisphere. So let me wind up, boo, and transmit. When it gets there, it can't transmit because you've cut the corpus callosum. So when asked what you see, when it's projected to your left visual field, all you can say is, I don't see anything, because you can't communicate what you see. So if it were projected to your left visual field, your right hemisphere would only allow you to be able to pick the object up or to draw the object.